My name is Mark Schell. I am a Senior Vice President and General Counsel for Unit Corporation located in Tulsa, and they are in the energy business. I first met Brian about 10 years ago, and over the last 7 to 8 years, I have worked on a number of pieces of legislation, and Brian was the leader of the Oklahoma Senate at that time, and he and I had a chance to work very closely together over some rather significant pieces of legislation. The biggest one would be the reform to the Oklahoma workers' compensation system. For several years, a number of Oklahoma companies had been continually upset with the way the workers' comp system was going in Oklahoma. Our employees weren't getting fair treatment. They were subject to a lot of litigation, and of course the cost for Oklahoma employers was just ever increasing. We went to the legislature looking for someone who would champion that cause, and after several meetings with Brian, he said he'd do it, and for the next 30 years he worked very hard on our behalf, and the end result was we got a brand new workers' comp system in the state. Brian gets done what he says he'll get done, and I think part of that is because he's very careful not to overpromise, which is easy to do, as you know. And he thinks things through, and then when he thinks that something needs to happen and he's willing to support it, he works very hard to get it done. And I think he can get a lot of things done for the Oklahomans whose everyday life is impacted by the decisions done at the Oklahoma Corporation Commission. Brian has been an Oklahoman. He's been involved in many phases of business and social aspects in Oklahoma. He knows Oklahomans. He knows what they need and what we need to do in this state to try and get them done. And he's the type of person that I think all Oklahomans would be very proud of.